Why do the Republicans continue to stick to this when they know it doesn't work every time? Like, it doesn't work every time. This abortion issue doesn't work. And how come we have no control over the Supreme Court? I want another thing. Clarence Thomas is a criminal. And Alito is a criminal. They're basically doing everything. They're taking money. They're taking trips. And they're basically saying, we need you to show up and to have an interview at Congress. And they go, nope.
Well, since Trump stacked the court, now it's really flipped.
But Alito was already there. What I don't understand is why we don't have it. So wait. So the Supreme, because what ends up happening is the reason the country was started because all the courts, judges, and churches ran England. So founding fathers came over and said, "Fuck that, we're starting our own country. We're not going to deal with this shit." That's happening now. Mm-hmm. If the Supreme Court has no checks and balances, if the Supreme Court can do what they want, when they want, how they want, and there is no rules that they have to follow, then we've now become a monarchy again.
Which I think we will default to. I think every society will end up going
eventually
towards that.
But no other society has this original document that says we're not supposed to be that. And the weird part to me is, can you read Rick Santorum? And I brought it up in the Armageddon update. Let's just give his quote. This guy said something that and they've come out now and they've basically
we're still listening to him.
They've basically just said, democracy, society, we can't use a total democracy. It doesn't work. I'm sorry, what? Oh, yeah, he said it yesterday.
That's
He complained after all of these major election losses that Republicans have suffered that they are actually a sign of how pure democracies are a bad form of government.
Pure democracy.
Wow.
So the Republicans are even saying that we don't even need democracy.
They don't like this country.
He said, you put very sexy things like abortion and marijuana on the ballot.
Very sexy.
That's very sexy.
Very abortion.
Very
sexy.
Women's bodily autonomy.
Yeah, very sexy.
Flash and trash, baby. Right? I said this on stage at Mic Drop. The people that are taking our rights away, we gave birth to.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like the dumbest shit ever.
To you and you want to take the rights away? What are you doing?
I don't understand that. So he said, you put those on the ballot and a lot of young people come out and vote because young people...
Fuck them. They don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, I don't want to.
It was a secret sauce for disaster in Ohio, he said Tuesday on Newsmax.
Old white men are the only people that should be able to vote.
God.
Like in the slavery times.
That most of the states in this country, thank God, don't allow you to put everything on the ballot because pure democracies are not the way to run a country.
Pure democracies are not the way to run a country. Who the fuck?
Again, that's in the Constitution.
But again, I go back to the overconfidence and the delusional confidence of these guys. You just came out. You had the balls to come out. This guy ran for president. To come out and go, pure democracies aren't good. That's not a way to run a country.
How is that?
But you live in the one pure democracy. You live in the one. Fuck.
Isn't that what the America was supposed to be?
Yeah, it's exactly designed. Yes, 100%.
So,
but also,
life, liberty,
people
happiness.
below a certain age shouldn't be allowed to
vote. No,
even though they're legally allowed to vote.
We can't let the minorities vote because we have to cut their rights back. Old white men should only be allowed to vote. That's what he said. This breaks down to old white men should only be allowed to vote.
Wow, they really like a monarchy.
They want
a
dictatorship.
Yeah, dictatorship.
And you're right that every society eventually through history, almost
unless
every
you
society.
beat it back, you have to beat it back.
But that's what we do with voting, and they did. Mm-hmm. And now watch what happens though. Here's my prediction, because this off-year election is weird because Youngkin expected to get a total mandate with his state house and Senate, and he expected it. He got his ass handed to him. Trust me, all these other states that are looking at these abortion laws are going to start passing things in the next 3 months that are going to end voting rights, that are going to end. They're going to go crazy.
What about all of the last ditch efforts that Republicans in these states made where these abortion rights were on the ballot, where they purged voter rolls 23 days before the election? They changed the language on the ballot.
Yep.
Of course. Yeah. Just like
that's how they always play, though. It's never just being a normal freaking human being.
Come up with a good policy that people like, and we'll vote for that. There you go. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to address this because I've been thinking about this a lot. Look, I know that we come across like really pro-Democrat. I'm not pro-Democrat. I'm pro-people with ideas to help us. Do you know how much money we fucking pay to our government to take care of us. We pay them. Here's taxes. This is not just because we get to live here. We pay you to handle shit. And if you're not handling shit, why am I paying taxes? So my thing is that if the Democrats were doing just cutting back voting rights, screwing people over, not trying to expand rights, they were basically giving rich people tax breaks, millionaires. I wouldn't be voting Democrat either. I'd be, if the Republicans were the good guys, I'd do it, but they're not. One of the head guys just came out and said, pure democracies don't work to run a country.
Right. Pure democracies are not the way to run a country.
Pure democracies are not the way to run a country.
What?
Pure democracies are not the way to run a country.
And yet we could point to Biden's accomplishments and he's actually doing things for us.
Yes.
Infrastructure. We could go down the list.
School forgiveness so people can now get back to having a life. They're not going to be saddled with student loans for the rest of their lives. And this is what bothers me about our country. People go, oh, yeah, but I didn't get my student loan paid. Yeah, okay, sorry. But it's paid off now, right? Okay, had you still had it, you would have. I don't quite understand that. If I don't get it, fuck that guy.
Also, there's so much disinformation out there. And, so I like to keep my ear to the ground.
Powder dry.
That too. As it pertains to what a family member by marriage reads on Gab. And my dad told me that the new thing, and this is quite a flip, because Gab is so crazily right wing, fanatically,
like QAnon.
It's owned by a Russian.
But no, it's a guy who was a Proud Boy or one of those
white
ones.
Supremacist,
He's a self-proclaimed white supremacist. So, because I went and looked it up and read about it because my dad was very concerned. So, it's pro-Russia because I had to hear about how Putin is a better man than most people we have here. And I was like, Putin has people murdered. And she looked very confused.
In other countries.
Yeah. And then, so the new thing is Israel is evil, which is confusing because usually that far right wing is Christian nationalism, is pro-Israel.
Right.
So now it's almost like they're just messing with their heads. Israel is bad. The original attack on that music festival and that 1,400 people never happened. She said it never happened. Okay. Now, this is someone that has no other evidence to that, doesn't go out in the world very often.
Except for an app.
Looks at this one app. And I was telling him that it is so out of believability because now I'm confused about what direction it is. But you get these people who don't read, don't research, don't pull on different sources to get to the bottom of things.
Don't think critically,
but they get to feel like they know something and that other people don't know. And so it's really kind of scary. There was a video today that came up when you were in your, this is MSNBC. He Instagram reel spins. And I heard one of the videos, the guy was saying that Trump sitting at his fraud trial wasn't really Trump. He was wearing a mask, which they started doing back in the 70s.
And then the video, and then the video goes,
that's the mask.
And they bring in another dude, like an agent, and they kind of lay it over. And I'm like, and I blocked him. I went,
because Trump looks so bad, they even have to soft pedal that and be like, it wasn't him. It's a guy wearing a mask. But you're right. Is that the one you chose?
Let's talk about the mainstream media. Israel's attack on Gaza. I want to go.
They said that today.
They go. Israel's attack on Gaza.
It's been 21 days since
Israel's attack on Gaza, and I'm like, whoa! The fuck are you talking about?